So money in a relationship, it's like asking me if I need oxygen to live. No, honestly, Bonnie, yeah? I know that there are ladies out there who will be like, oh no, me, I don't care about money. But trust me, with time, you start to get irritated because this person can't provide. This person can't come through. Like, you'll get a problem and you'll be like, you can't call them, and that will get to you. You'll be like, man, I can't even call him. So obviously money is very important. Money is key. Hello?
Yeah.
I mean, Judas needed money. That's why he betrayed Jesus. Do you understand how money is important?
I'm from a beautiful place, the Pearl of Africa. Hailing with a 256, it's in my blood. That's a gem where the mountains rise, with stories untold. The tapestry of cultures unfolding, so vibrant and bold. A symphony of stars, a celestial light. The drums beating, echoing through the night, just like a beacon of light. A reflection that's coming up from the Nile. I'm flowing straight into the heart of Africa, with timeless stories untold. Sup, dog?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go.
Let's get it. That's unique. You're the first person who has counted up to 7. 7 is my lucky number too, because I used to wear 7 when I played soccer
Nice.
in college. So 7 is my favorite number. But Zeta, welcome to my podcast.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you for having me.
It's been in the works to have you here on the podcast. But one question I wanted to ask you to start with, like, when was the time you realized that you wanted to be on the podcast, or when did you first know about the Ugandan Boy Talk Show?
I got to know about it, I think, about last year when I followed you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kept on like following up and everything. And I used to think like, okay, so I wanted to be on the podcast because I felt like it was a very good opportunity for me to, like get this experience and everything, because I've been seeing these things on YouTube, on TikTok, and it looks cool, to be honest.
I've been following you, and thanks for the support. You've been, I've been seeing you like supporting the podcast and following and the work you do, which we're going to be talking about today. The amazing work you do. I just realized that you do a lot of things because social media doesn't give us the whole of like what's going on in your life. But having a conversation with you and everything that you do that people don't know about, that we're going to talk about those. You are a digital content creator.
Yes,
a social media manager.
Yes.
You do part-time. I said part-time modeling because I think your recent gig was like modeling.
Yes. You guys should wait for the pictures. They're going to be amazing. It was very, very interesting to shoot.
So you are the social media manager for Middle East Restaurant?
Yes, I am.
What inspired you to become to get into this digital content creation? Because I see a lot of people doing it nowadays. But what inspired you to do that, and what has your journey been like to get to that?
Well, it's more of who inspired me. I you know Lucy Smiles?
Mm-mm.
No. You don't know Lucy Smiles?
Oh, so no, maybe I just didn't hear. Who did you
Bonnie. Say? You don't know Lucy Smiles? I think I'm in the wrong room. I need to leave. Anyway, Lucy Smiles is a digital content creator. And I always loved how she would capture everything she's creating, like food, beats, travel, lifestyle. So I thought I would, when you're starting, of course, you have someone you're copying. So, so I started by copying Lucy Smiles. I also found that I like taking pictures of stuff and recording stuff. I like documenting literally everything. So, and then later on, I find out I can be paid for this. A friend of mine told me, yes, so she hooked me up with my first gig, and that's how I started content creating and everything. Yes.
All of us, most of us, I would say, start off by looking at somebody else. So even me with my podcast, I like Jay Shetty. Nganangwe Wambuza na Nkankubuza. Do you know who Jesheri is?
I can't hear. The network is not. I'm
Oh.
playing with you. No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, you were kidding. Oh, Jesus. But no, yeah. So like you got me on the first one that I didn't hear. But Jay Shetty is somebody who I look up to, the way he does his podcast, the way he interviews people, and that has been like my journey. I look up to him, and I like that. So that got me to doing this podcast. So it's cool to see like your journey, that you're looking up to another person who got you to where you are. So
Yeah.
how long have you been with Middle East?
I would say close to 5 months.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 months.
Did you ever like, so you said you like to document stuff. Did you ever get into like vlogging? I know there was a lot of people who like do YouTube vlogging. Do you have a YouTube channel too for vlogging?
No. Surprisingly, I tried to have a YouTube channel. I actually started up a YouTube channel with Jojo.
Okay.
And we have one video there. I don't know why. Like, for some reason, I feel like it's a lot of work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't think I can vlog.
That was my question that I was gonna ask you. Like, how do you balance your creativity with delivering? Like, because you do a lot of things. Like, how do you balance the work you do? Like
When you say
in
I
the
do a lot of
consular's
things,
office.
what do you mean?
The work you do, like working in the consul's office, you're a digital marketer, you're a model. Like, how do you intertwine all that
I'm
stuff?
an actor.
You're an actor too? Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's kind of difficult sometimes to like balance, but then I get to create content on the weekend.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe during the week I can ask for a day off and go do these other things like the modeling you talked about. Yeah.
Cash flow is coming in from east, left, right, and center.
Amen.
She said amen. So see, in your duty as a content creator, what are some of your platforms that you like to use to create content? Even in the like social media, a lot of people prefer. Actually, that would be my first question. Like in the social media apps, which one is your favorite? Like, which one do you like the most?
I love Instagram.
Instagram, yeah, Instagram is my favorite.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I love Instagram so much. It's so peaceful. Like you can never post something on Instagram and then get a negative comment or like someone come at you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think I love it more. Then I love Snapchat as well.
Yeah.
I always tell my friends I'm a very different person on all my social media platforms. Like you'll
Yeah.
get Zeta on Instagram, then you'll get Cindy on Snapchat, and then you'll get Bukenya on WhatsApp, and then like I'm just a whole different person. Yeah. But it could, yeah, it's Instagram.
I failed to use Snapchat.
Really?
I had it
Why?
for years. I had it since 2014. I've had Snapchat since 2014. And just this year,
Wait, there
I
was
decided
Snapchat
to
in
just leave it.
2014.
Yeah. It's from a long, long time ago.
Wow.
Actually,
okay.
I think 2015, 2016. But it's just this year that I decided not to quit using. Actually, I deleted it off my phone.
Because
I
the
was like, not
messages
using.
disappear. It's safe.
How I don't know about how safe it is. It's just crazy.
You can choose to literally save the messages. I think you should try it. I'll make you try it.
Maybe I'll download it back again and see. Let's see how it is. I just deleted it. But yeah, there are people who love that social media. X is the other one. Like it's really hard to break through X if you're not. A lot of people who are using X kuvuma bantu na to share people's stuff.
Nudes and everything. Trust me, I personally, I wouldn't say hate, but X used to be a much better app like those days. And now everything just changed. I don't know where these people came from.
Yeah.
So they're just bashing. I don't like X really. Though X likes me. Like
especially like the people I follow from Uganda, like the things you see. Ganawaga Olide. Those are the things, those type of things that you see on
Bonnie Avao.
X. body of power. Yeah, it's things like that.
Mm,
One of the biggest things, just what I don't like about Instagram was
mm.
the algorithm. So one day you would put up a video, it blows up. Remember, yes, I figured out the algorithm of Instagram. The next day, you struggle to get it.
And then you have like 2 likes.
Yeah,
I
two
struggle with
likes.
that a lot. Yes. I hate the algorithm sometimes.
Like somebody saying you post at this time, so like things like that, and then you try to post at that time every time. They never work the same.
And it doesn't. I really struggle with that because
Yeah.
there are times you can post a video and you're like, oh my god, this is a very beautiful video. People are going to like this. And then that's the video that gets like the least engagement. And you're just disappointed. I usually archive the posts that hurt my feelings. Because it really hurts me to like put up a video and I get like 1,000 views. I'm like, oh my god, I can do better than this. I just archive.
No, I do that a lot. So, as a social media handler, like no manager, how does your day look like? Like you have to balance this social media and then you work at the office.
The most interesting part is I actually do social media. I'm a social media manager even at my workplace. It's what I do for my 9 to 5. I'm a social media manager. So of course I wake up in the morning, I go to work, I post, and you keep up like with the algorithm. You make sure like people are engaging and everything, and then like most of the time I'm usually done with my 9 to 5 work at around like midday. So this gives me enough time to like edit other things that I was supposed to post and something like that. Yeah.
Since you said it's okay to talk about your office job, like how does your day look like a day for you from when you wake up, whatever you go through? Walk us through one day, like a Monday.
Oh my god, I hate Mondays. I wake up, lay my bed. Of course, as I play gospel music, because I literally prepare myself listening to gospel music. Take a shower, dress up, go to work. I'm at work by 8:30. Latest could
Okay.
be 8:45. I reach, have breakfast, and then immediately start like posting. And there are times you think, oh, like I'm done with everything. And then they'll remind you like, oh, you didn't post on this platform. And you're just rushing. Like, you're like, oh my God, it's already like 11 or midday. And you're supposed to post in the morning. So I would say it's usually mornings that are so busy for me. But then like afternoons are good.
But the one thing you talked about is I don't have a social media person for my podcast. Actually, maybe I should hire you to be my social media handler.
Now we're speaking business.
But that's the hardest part. Is like you put up an episode and then you're like, oh, I didn't post on X. I didn't post on TikTok. I didn't post on Instagram. Sometimes I forget those things. And like you want
Do you
to post
usually
on
want to
everything.
post like the same episode on different platforms at the same time, like on the same day, or you would prefer posting like on different days?
When an episode like this one is coming out, I'll post that like, oh, this is coming soon. Then I have I have a clip that we're gonna do at the end of the recording later on, to promote the episode. So it's that one I produced I put out a midweek, and then when the episode drops the day, I usually put up one reel from the episode, and then throughout the week I try to promote that episode. But after like I promote the episode and it's going, then I bring some of the old clips. Like today, I posted a clip from Ep219's episode, so I have those
Yes, I
clips
saw.
saved. So once in a while, I drop them in the middle. If somebody never watched that episode, they'll watch it. So I might get a clip from this episode for like next month and just put it somewhere next month, so somebody will go and visit it. So that's how I do it. But fingers crossed, I'm about to get a social media manager. So
I'm
then
here.
my work will be
Yay.
only one day. That brings me to your that brings us to your modeling part. And modeling is not just to walking on the runway. You can model clothes, you can model stuff, recently you had a gig to model the hair. How
Hair.
did that go? How was that
Yes.
experience like?
It was thrilling
Okay.
because I was working with Nadia Matovu,
Okay.
and it was an honor, honestly. So the whole time at first I was, nervous. I wasn't comfortable in front of the camera. But then with time I got comfortable and I enjoyed shooting. I loved it.
Do you do other type of modeling like with I think I've seen you doing like clothes and stuff, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I should actually do that. That's a very good idea.
That's a good, yeah,
That
you'll
would
be
be
great
nice.
at that.
Oh, thank you.
But you said you also have done acting.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, I have. I've featured in a movie titled
really?
Dial M for Maya. Yes.
Where can we watch that movie from? Because I think I want to watch it and my listeners would like to watch that.
Well, it's on Showmax, and it's also, I think it also shows on Pearl Magic Prime on certain days. And,
What was your role in that?
I was April. I was a friend to the main person who was Zion. You've hosted Zion before, I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zion
so
the
my
Lion.
role, Zion the Lion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was also acting. I acted, but for me, I was just omanyi bano abantu ababeera abayitawo mu kkubo. That was my role for me. Just bebateekamu nga tunakyogera.
That's so nice. That's so easy. Good for you. What movie was that?
I don't remember. Byankwata bukwasi. I wasn't casted. I was just. It was accidental.
Bakwata by mistake.
Yeah, by mistake.
So how did you even get to see yourself in this movie?
I didn't see myself. I saw the cameras pointing at me.
Oh, so
I
you
never seen the
assumed you were
movie.
in a movie.
When
Why
I
are you
do music
so
video.
delusional? Obanga bali bakwata. You know those clips of Africa, like children in Africa.
I know you've not done, I don't know, but like a lot of modeling, but like, how do you balance that? How do you land on these gigs to do the modeling? Like even with that hair, back funabat.
Nadia actually DM'd me on Instagram. She explained to me what was going to take place and asked me if I was down and everything. We discussed payment and everything. So that's how I got to get that Karine hair. Actually, the person is Karine hair. You guys should buy wigs from her. It's like a small advert.
Tugenda kusasuza ez'akalango.
Anyway, yeah. So Nadia DM'd me, and that's how I got to advertise the hair with her. Yes.
So would you be open to do any other sorts of modeling? Like we talked about the clothes, and like if people want to give you a gig of like the modeling, would you be open to that?
I would be very open to it. I'm actually looking forward to like doing billboards.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would feed me mentally. Yeah.
So my other segment, what I wanted to talk to you about, which is pretty good that I've watched you. It's about the love of God. You have that love for God, like how I don't know. There's this thing of judging people from just looking at them. But like, if you were to explain did you get that love for God, and what does God mean to you?
I grew up with a very God-fearing mother, and she would take me to church. I literally grew up in Pastor Kayanja's church, in the children's choir, and then when I grew up later on, would also go for like overnights at Pastor Tom's in Motondwe. So my mom always told me that prayer is a very good thing and strong thing to like have, like at the end of the day when you have no one to talk to, you have no one to fall back on, like there is God. And I think I loved him more because every time I would pray as a child and ask for like certain stuff to change, I would see it happen. So I think my faith grew stronger and my love for God grew stronger because I would get the results. Like he was always faithful. Yeah. So yes, I love God. Actually, I think even my first tattoo, in order for me to get my first tattoo, I asked my mom, I was like, can I get a tattoo? She's like, only if you're going to like put Bible things. So I had to get a Bible verse, and most of my tattoos are actually like God related.
How many tattoos do you have?
I have 6.
6. I only know
Yeah.
one. What scripture did you get on your tattoo?
I got Psalms 35. I think it's the one
Okay.
the one on my
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Then I have a cross behind my ear.
What does Psalms 31 mean to you? Like, you don't have to
35.
recite it for us, but like, what does it mean to you?
It's a prayer for protection.
Okay.
I usually recite it, like even on a normal day, like I could be on a border and just recite it, because you don't know the world you're moving in. Like, you don't know who has what intentions towards you, so it protects you from bad energy, bad people. People don't believe in evil eye, but evil eye exists. So all that, someone might just look at you and be like, and then like, the energy. So it's a prayer for protection.
I love Psalms 23. I grew up also like from a Christian home, and I love God. Psalms 23. Twajisamangana mu Luganda, Mukama ye musumba wange Seta agenga.
Seta
Like
agenga.
all the, yeah. But like I think Psalms 23:4 is one of my favorite. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. For you were with me. So that means a lot to me, and I like that all the time when I'm scared or when I don't usually get scared that much, but
you should try Psalms 91. I think you like it.
I'll read it. I'll read it and see what it says. Anyway, there's one question that is not on my notes or everything that I wanted us to discuss. A while back, I want to hear your opinion, and there's no wrong answer for this one. A while back, I was running this story of money in a relationship. I think every person I was hosting on the podcast, I was asking them about that. So there's this thing of like men, women, and money in a relationship. What is your opinion on money in a relationship?
In a relationship. You know what's funny is I just tweeted saying, can I read for you the tweet? Give me a minute. Oh my God, this is very, very interesting. There's no romance without finance. Romance without finance is disturbance.
Okay.
So money in a relationship, it's like asking me if I need oxygen to live. No, honestly, Bonnie, yeah? I know that there are ladies out there who will be like, oh no, me, I don't care about money. But trust me, with time, you start to get irritated because this person can't provide. This person can't come through. Like, you'll get a problem and you'll be like, you can't call them, and that will get to you. You'll be like, man, I can't even call him. So obviously money is very important. Money is key. Hello?
Yeah.
I mean, Judas needed money. That's why he betrayed Jesus. Do you understand how money is important?
Do you think like a woman would do the same to the man if the man didn't have money, or do the women just perceive that men will, or men are supposed to be providers? Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
But in today's world, there are some women who like I'm talking to one right now podcast. Like, and then like your partner needs money. Do you think it works the same way that a woman will give the other person money?
I'd love to believe if a woman loves you, she'll give you money. 100%. If a woman loves you, she'll and she has the money, why not? I mean, I have done it before.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be reciprocated. If you expect your man to like give you money, then you should also like be able to give him on days he doesn't have. Of which those days should be like 1 out of 3. You can't be saying you don't have every day.
How about the days for the woman? How many should they be? 7 out of 10?
I mean, let me give you an example, Bonnie. Yeah, you have a wife. Let's say you're paying for a trip to Bali. Everything is on you. Her coming is just helping you to enjoy yourself. She doesn't have to pay anything. If she's to pay out of will, maybe snacks, those little things. But now a man can't say you're having bad days like from Monday to Saturday. No, your bad days should be like 2. Men used to go to war and now, no. You're supposed to have money. Money is important. Bali mukatemba, bali mu gym.
I like your take on that. For me, my opinion, or I've said this on the podcast before, the way I look at it is if we're in a relationship, you're going to have access to my money. You're going to have access to everything.
You.
Okay, we need this, I'm going to buy it. We need this, we're going to buy it. So there's no need for me to okuwa sente because the money is there. I think that's how it should work. Like, there's no need for somebody to ask for money. If somebody wants something, they'll go buy it.
But that's nice.
People have used the word slay queen. Okay, you're a slay queen. They see the way you treat your life or you do it. Do you think the word slay queen is an offense? Or how do you take the word slay queen if somebody called you a slay queen?
To be honest, the meaning of a slay queen is a lady that takes care of herself, that invests in herself to look good. So a slay queen is a lady that looks good, period. But then now, people have made it look like a slay queen is like, how should I explain this? They've made it look
the
like
lady who wants money.
Exactly. So now we are uncomfortable. Like, you're not going to come and call me a slay queen and I feel good about it because the perspective has already changed.
Now it's been misinterpreted. When somebody calls you a slay queen, I go, oh, you're motia. Oh, you're motia. Like,
you're slay queen. But you're slay king.
Anyway, to summarize what we've been talking about today, I wanted you to just help. Usually when I host people on the podcast, I want them to help somebody out there there's a lot of people maybe who watch your social media, see the work you do, and they feel like you are an inspiration to them. What would you tell to a young girl out there who looks at you as an inspiration from all the stuff you do, social media manager, modeling, and the lifestyle you're living? What's one advice you would give to that child?
I think first I would tell them to really fear God, because the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. And in our day-to-day life, we all need wisdom to do certain stuff, to interact with people. I'll tell them to face their fears, not to give up, and go for it. Like, let's say you've met a person now. I'm going to give an example. I met Elena Nabuiso on Sunday, and most people would be scared to like approach this person. They'll be like, oh my God, I know her. She's a movie producer. So like, approach these people, like, go for it. Even if you have like 5 minutes to pitch, they call it elevator pitching. Use those 5 minutes, pitch to this person, let them buy your idea, and that's how you get connections. Talk to everyone, make connections, and leave space for growth. Like, don't how should I say?
Get comfortable.
Yeah, don't get comfortable, but also don't underlook yourself. Those people who like pressure themselves and they're like, oh my God, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not my best. Like, give yourself grace. Give yourself room to grow. Yeah.
No, I definitely like that. And hopefully that will be impactful to somebody out there who looks at you.
Hopefully.
I have three questions that I ask people before I let them go on the leave the podcast. Actually, for you, I'm going to make it 5. One of the questions is, what's been a life lesson you've learned in life to this point?
My greatest life lesson is not everyone that smiles at you is your friend, and keep some things to yourself, like privacy. Have some privacy. Be mysterious. Yeah. Don't give in all. Don't lay all your cards out for someone to like read them. Yes.
The other one is, what gets you excited about life?
possibilities, knowing I can like wake up tomorrow and be better. And the fact that, the world is changing, Bonnie. You know how like we have smartphones now, and then before they used to use those button phones. And now I feel like in the nearby future, people are not going to be driving themselves anymore. They're going to just be sitting in cars and like commanding the car. So that excites me, like change.
Wawanga, you had a chance to make a law in the world that everybody in the world should follow. What would it be?
Let people wear what they want to work.
Whoa. Okay.
I mean,
That
if
one
I
might
want to
not.
turn up like this on a Monday, why can't I?
Mhm.
You get, yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like it's so much pressure. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. The second last question is, what is the best advice you've ever received from someone? And actually, that one has a part two. So, the best advice and what's the worst advice you've ever received from someone?
The best advice was I received a lot. Let me see. The best advice was actually someone advised me to like learn to keep quiet, learn to keep things to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because what people don't know, they can't tamper with.
Yeah.
So I guess like, let's say if I have a wedding coming up, amen. I would not speak about it until I'm very, very sure. Because I know then
Okay.
it can't be tampered with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the best advice I received was to learn to shut up, learn to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the worst advice you've ever received?
The worst advice I ever received. I was very, very angry at someone. So I call a friend to like ask for advice, like what should I do? And this person told me to, they were pushing my bad motive. They were like, yes, go and do it. And in my head, I'm like, this person knows this is bad, but they're not going to tell me it's bad.
Yeah.
So I'll never forgive her, by the way. So yeah, like they fed the evil in me. And when I did it, it turned out so bad. And then when we later talked, she's like, I knew it was bad, but I wanted you to do it and find out for yourself.
Yeah, I don't give bad advice, don't worry. The
I
final
hope so.
question. Who would you like to see on this podcast next? And you're gonna help me to connect with that person to be my next guest.
I think my friend Sheila would do very well on this podcast.
Okay.
She's called Steph. Yeah.
We'll
No.
love to have you.
No. I take that back. I think my friend, she's called Shamila. She would do very well on this podcast. She'll make you laugh.
Okay. You post about the Uganda board game. Is that something you initiated or were you promoting for somebody else? I wanted you to talk about that.
Oh, the 50-50 Ugandan board game is a game. My friend came up with the whole idea. He's called Hakim. So he's the mastermind behind the whole game. It's a very interesting game, actually. I was also just advertising for it.
Have you played it?
Yes, I have. Or do you want to play it?
I would want to play it. And I saw it's 100K, right?
150. Yes.
150 is Uganda, or 150 is abatali mu Uganda.
Is it Uganda? Then I tell you Uganda, it's okay. They can also pay the $150. No problem.
I want you to explain, like, if you know something about it, like how it's played or anything. Like, are you able to explain to us like how it's played or it's something you know about it?
Well, there's a timer. It has a timer.
Okay.
You know how it's called 50-50? So it's 50 seconds. So you pick out a card and let's say you're supposed to name like 5 politicians in Uganda. So you're supposed to name those 5 politicians in Uganda in those 50 seconds. In case those 50 seconds get done, then you've lost. So you toss out a dice and then you move. I'm trying to explain
I've
it
actually,
with the picture in
I
my
think,
head.
I think I actually saw a video of you guys playing it with not
Yes.
Jojo, with who was
Jojo
not
Luzige.
Jocelyn, no, Jocelyn, no, it wasn't Luzige, yeah, Jojo Luzige, yeah, sorry,
Yes.
I was confused with
Mm.
Jojo Cards
Asimo.
and then Jojo.
Mm.
But yeah, Jojo Luzige. She named. I think the question was politicians. I think, and then she named
Yes.
somebody who was not even like I
Donald
don't remember
Trump.
what. Donald Trump. I was like, he was not even in Uganda.
And
But
she was
no,
very
yeah,
confident. Yeah.
yeah, that's a nice game. I think I would like it, and I like to support Ugandan creatives and initiatives. So maybe I'll get myself a copy of that.
Thank you. Would love that. Would
Yep.
appreciate that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hi everyone, my name is Zeta Bukenya and I've been hosted on the Ugandan Boy Talk Show here at Dance Off Studio. We've been talking about my faith in God, digital marketing, content creation, and everything else. I can't wait for you guys to watch this episode.
Hey there, my name is Bonnie Chibuka, the podcast host of the Ugandan Boy Talk Show. Thanks for watching and listening to my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, leave a feedback on this podcast because that's how we grow. Thank you very much and be blessed.
Bonnie, you promised me Smirnoff.
You said you don't drink Smirnoff. Sigwangam, but you don't drink Smirnoff.
No, ngambo genda kundetela wine. All I've received is water.
What? Wait, I asked you Smirnoff, no gamba Tonyo Smirnoff. They can get it for you if you want it.
Wine.
Wine tetwamufunye amaduuka getugulako tebamwina.
You're literally lying on camera, man.
I'm not lying.
And you're looking at me straight in the eye. You're like,
DOP ampulira.
Maduuka.
Twagenze ku dduuka gye tugula ebyokunywa nga tebalina wine. Yabadde aweddeyo kyeŋŋamba kye
men
ntegeeza.
can lie. Tewali buzibu. Kati nga sagala
Tuba
genda.
kimale.
Ndaba ennyumidde.
Tojja genda, just sit. Sit zompemu ekibozi nyinza n'okufuna content ow'okugattako ku podcast.
Do you know the first time? Do you know how I got my acting gig?
How?
Do you know how I got my acting gig? So I have a friend of mine. We met at quiz night. So we exchanged numbers. And then before I know it, it's like, oh, so there's a movie we're trying to shoot. And I thought, I've been seeing your TikToks. Have you acted before? And I'm like, no. Like, you're sure you've not acted before? I'm like, if MDD counts, then I've acted before, like MDD in school. But before that,
Yeah.
I haven't acted before. And then I went and did auditions. And before I know it, I'm seeing myself on TV. It was really nice.
That is good, actually. I like it. Kati nakubuza ebibuuzo bya acting nga toyagala kwogera. Like tugenda okumaliriza ate obyoge. But it's good. That's what I said. It's good.
But thank you so much for not wearing your jersey. So, Bonnie, you're always asking us the questions. You do this podcast. You studied aviation. I've done my research.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you balance the podcast and, your 9 to 5?
That's actually a good question. Actually, me, I don't have a 9 to 5. I have a 6 to 2. That's my schedule. 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Wow.
So I work 6 a.m. to 2:30, I think. So those are 8 hours every day. But anyway, yeah. So I have a full-time job as an aircraft mechanic. I work Monday through Friday. And then on Saturdays, that's when I record the podcast. That's why we're here on Saturday. I don't record podcasts during the week, if people have noticed. That's why I usually say Saturdays for content. Because, yeah, this is when I record on Saturdays. Only Saturday. And I was releasing my episodes on Saturday. But then I realized, like, on Saturday, people are very busy. They're
And
either
we are
out.
busy. We are out. We are branching.
So people don't have time to watch podcasts on Saturday. So then I switched my release dates to Monday because some people are in the office still with the weekend mode and they just want to kill some time and they watch a podcast.
Yes,
Ugandan Boy Talk
interesting.
Show. Yeah. So that's how I balance it. So I edit throughout the week. I do my edits. I'm the host, the editor.
You edit yourself?
and Biana.
That's nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
I
I
hope you make
edit
me
throughout
look
the
nice.
week. I got you. But yeah, that's how I balance it.
That's amazing. Is that a chimney?
So yeah, that is my fireplace. I use it in the winter when it's cold down here. So, and I also like fire. So in the winter, people will be able to see my fire on the back here, but it also gives me some warm.
That's nice. Interesting.
What got you into catering? Like, is it something like you're passionate about, like to do marketing for like restaurants? And are you a chef?
If I say I'm a chef, I know people will be disagreeing in the comments because, to be honest, I don't know how to cook. I'm literally just learning. I'm just learning. But I love food. I love to eat food. So it started from there, like, loving food, and then like me loving to like record everything. Yeah.
If you got a gig to do a social media for another company that's not a restaurant, would you do it?
Yes, but it depends on.
Or are you just you just prefer just doing restaurants?
No, oh my God, I want to do everything. I want to do hotels, those safaris, tours and travel. Yeah. I guess it's I started with a restaurant, so it's gradual. You can hire me for like MTN gigs, Airtel.
Bagenda kuwa data, free data.
Uganda Airlines. Yeah.
Yeah, Uganda Airlines would be a nice one.
Yes.
Is that something that you have to go to school for to be like a social media manager, or is this something you learn as a skill?
I think it's a skill, but you can also like keep teaching yourself. Like you Google stuff, like you Google, oh, how should I do this? How you learn because you keep learning, things keep changing. But most people actually are going to school now to learn like digital marketing.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But if it finds you and you're already good at it, then why go study it? I think I would love to go learn. What degree did you study? Sorry?
What degree did you do at university?
Bonisasoma. Yeah. I studied psychology and human rights.
That's good. So maybe you'll be my counselor.
You can't cancel.
Client You can't cancel what? Malayo.
You can't cancel a friend or like a person you have.
You get it.
How do I say this?
You get it.
I can't cancel a friend or a family member or anything because then like yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Okay, no.
I'm not supposed to have any relationship. But you can pay me to cancel you though on the side. Mentally.